Patrick, one thing I really appreciate about your presence on social media is that it appears to me you're not afraid to correct the record or public commentary, especially when politics gets drawn into this conversation. This is an election year. If you're willing to, help us separate fact from fiction. People will say gas prices are going high. That's Joe Biden's fault. Others will say, well, gas prices are coming down. That's because of Joe Biden. Help us actually understand where politics, where the rubber meets the road on this issue, so that people don't get confused when they hear very loud political advocates use the topic that you cover so well as either a support or a cudgel against a particular political candidate.
Well, if you're going to be an analyst of a market, you really can't include a political bias. You wouldn't be a good analyst if you're just one-sided. And so when it comes to this issue, you're right. Both sides of the political spectrum are going to pull into misinformation to either take credit or to blame another political party for what's happening at the pump. But a politician is so weak when it comes to global fundamentals, that is the balance of supply and demand. Now, a president may have some subtle input here and there, and that can vary depending on the type of issue. But overall, the market is going to do what it's going to do, and politicians are essentially powerless to have some sort of control over those global fundamentals like supply and demand. So, you're going to hear this coming fall probably. Joe Biden's responsible for the $5 price we saw in 2022, but those same infomercials won't mention Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The same time, you'll probably hear the left side have kind of the opposite, thanking Biden for lower gas prices when it's really a function of a rise in U.S. oil production and investment in refineries globally. So there's going to be a lot of this political information or misinformation that's going to be really hard for an average person who's not an analyst to be able to dissect it and to properly attribute things to either fundamentals or, in the small case, politicians.